not mean one individual has to lose $200,000. It can be a group. It could be a cumulative effect. But there has to be a minimum loss of $200,000 before the United States Attorney's Office will prosecute. So for example, if you call me and say, I was sent this check, I kept half, sent half back, the check was no good, I'm out $3,000. I can't help you. The local police should be able to help you, but I can't help you with that. Unless, of course, for some reason we have a rash of this and we have a minimum of, enough people that have lost $200,000. And then we can investigate it and the U.S. Attorney's Office will prosecute it. They're very difficult to catch, these people. They're usually in countries that will not extradite. So we can investigate it, we can get indictments on these people, we can have arrest warrants for them, but we can't get them out of their country. Significant violent crime, bank robberies, kidnappings, we investigate all of those. And one of our functions is to support the local and state police. We support them in their investigations. We help them when we can. For example, if they have a fugitive that has fled the state and they cannot leave the state to get this person, we can do that for them. Or even if they've left the country, we can do that for them. So we try and help wherever we can. We deal with all agencies all the time. I deal with other countries all the time. I did it more so in New York than I do here. And then, of course, upgrade our technology. Art theft. Surprisingly, there's a huge amount of art theft in the United States. People stealing valuable pieces of art. We recently had, out of Nazareth, these cannons that were in front of a historical building. They were about 150, 200 years old. They weighed about 4 tons each. Somebody one night stole 2 of those cannons. How does somebody do that without someone noticing? How do you go in and pick up 4 tons and haul it away without somebody noticing? I don't know. But that happened recently. So if you see somebody with some cannons in front of their house, please let me know. We also have evidence response team that travels throughout the world. We help other countries. Actually, one of our evidence response teams is in Minneapolis assisting with the bridge collapse. So we don't even really, for the evidence response team to be called in, need crime necessarily. But these are the people that you would see on television, that CSI television show, they go in and they collect the evidence. They do that. It's very interesting. It's all scientific. It's really cool stuff they do. And then these are just the requirements to be a special agent. I'll put my plug in here. We need people who speak foreign languages fluently, who know cultures. It's very difficult. One of the things we have here, you must pass a security background check and a polygraph examination. Our hiring process is in different phases. One of our phases is a polygraph exam. Everybody has to take a lie detector test. We lose 70% of our applicants on the lie detector test. If you're up front with us and tell us whatever the problem might be, that's okay. We can deal with it. But if you don't tell us and we catch you in a lie, we don't like that. We don't want any secrets. We want to keep all the secrets, but we don't want. So that's usually where we lose people, is in that polygraph exam. And by that time, we've probably invested a good $10,000 in the application process. And then that's our training academy. I don't know how recent that picture is. The bottom right corner is the actual training academy, the dormitories, the classrooms. The upper left corner, they have built a complete town there so that we can go and we can train. There's a bank robbery there every day. We call it the most robbed bank in the country because every day there's a bank robbery. It has a working deli, a movie theater. We get to drive cars real fast around there. It's a lot of fun. The shooting range. Spend about 18 weeks, I think the academy is now. And then, of course, we have other positions that are not agent positions. Agent positions have an age requirement. Minimum age of 23, maximum age of 37. And that's because you need to be able to have 20 years in to retire. And we have a mandatory retirement age of 57. So we can't accept as an agent anybody over 37. Now we can accept people over 37 for other positions because those are not a 20-year retirement. I don't know why we have a mandatory retirement age. They might, I don't know. I think it might be because of the physical demands on us. I can retire in 3 years. I plan on retiring in 3 years, and I plan on doing that because I can't see me going through shotgun training when I'm 57 years old. And that, I want to be out of there. Thank you. And that's our website. And on our website are applications and information if you need it. One of the things that I mentioned that I'd like to talk about is crimes against children. We investigate a variety of crimes against children, from kidnapping to abuse to internet crimes. The internet's a wonderful thing, and it's also a horrible thing at the same time. I think the statistics are something like 60% of all children under the age of 14 will be sexually solicited over the internet before the age of 14. 60%. It is a huge number. It's a huge number. The internet opened up an entire whole new world for sexual predators. There are people, I mean, it's horrible, and it's a difficult crime to investigate. The easy crime to investigate is if somebody travels to meet a child for the purposes of sex. The difficult crimes to investigate are child pornography, because it's difficult to determine if it's a picture of a real child or a made-up child. And the courts look at that differently. We have better luck letting the state and local police departments prosecute child pornography than in the federal system. Plus, they get a harder sentence in the state and local system than they do in the federal system. Protecting your kids on the internet, it's a tough thing to do.